ultimately important for you to look at your goals, truly what you want to do in your life, and then look at the people who you spend the most time with in your life and figure out if that lines up. Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, September 11th, 2019. I'm coming to you live here from the middle of Michigan. I apologize for the delay here. I was on my computer. The feed was rolling, the music was playing, and nothing was broadcasting over to Facebook. So I don't know what happened there. We're having some difficulties. When I'm on the road here, it's not quite as easy. So I apologize for being a little tardy here, guys, but wanted to come to you here. Can't remember what city I'm in, but at any rate, we're going to come to you live here this morning from the parking lot of my hotel that I stayed in last night. So today, obviously, guys, September 11th is a very, tragic day in our country's history, and so just take a moment today, say a prayer for those people, put your hearts out to those people who were impacted on that day in many different places. One of those, being fairly close to my hometown of Pittsburgh. Obviously, a lot of people in New York and Washington all impacted on that day and far beyond that. And so a special shout out to all of those first responders and everybody, who rose to the occasion that day and, stepped up for our country and did whatever it took to make that situation, to handle that situation on those days. So, our hearts go out to those people, and a special shout out to my business partner, Joe Grosha, was a 9/11 responder. And, it's an incredible thing to know somebody who, was involved in that and hear their perspective on that day and how many lives were impacted. I have so many friends that lost family members and things like that. So keep those people in your thoughts and prayers today, as this is a really tough day for them. And also for my wife and her family, today is the day that my wife lost her father years ago. And so special thoughts and prayers to my wife and her family on a day that's tough for them as well. So but today's topic, guys, is play to win. So kind of a hard transition from something like that to play to win. But I think that in life, guys, there's so many things that are said to us that make us want to stay safe. And so when we talk about playing to win, it really, playing to win and playing not to lose don't go together. Anybody that's a sports fan knows that, right? Anybody that's a sports fan knows that if you play not to lose, you better be right. You better be able to outlast your opponent, because at the end of the day, you're not on offense. You're not in control. You're just trying to defend yourself. And good morning, Kyle, Dina, Patricia. What's happening, guys? I'm having a hard time on my phone. I can't see quite as well as I normally do. But good morning, guys. So, but when you're playing not to lose, you cannot at the same time be playing to lose and playing to win. And in life, so many people, they spend their whole life being afraid to go all in, right? They spend their whole life being afraid of what they will lose if they don't win. If they play to win and don't win, then what are they going to lose? What are they going to go through? What are they going to experience? And I will tell you guys that, I have spent the last handful of years of my life here on total offense. And, that has produced an unbelievable amount of momentum and results in my life, and it just keeps getting better and better and better. And for years and years, I didn't always play that way. I can't say that I was playing not to lose. I was always a fairly optimistic and offensive person, but I never wanted to go all in. And I never wanted to do those things that put me in that outside of my comfort zone, let's say. And the minute that I chose to get outside my comfort zone and experience that feeling that puts you on the edge of defeat so often, right? Where you think, man, if I don't get this right, this is not going to be good. I'm here to tell you guys, that is the place where growth occurs. It's the place where you start to see the higher gear in your life, where you start to be able to see significant progress. You start to get new people in your life. You start to get new experiences happening. And those are the times, guys, where you make the biggest leaps. You're not going to make big leaps in life if you are not, when I say play to win, I don't mean like try your hardest. I mean like go all in, like no plan B, no other options, play to win, don't play not to lose. Because people that play not to lose, I just said this to someone on the phone yesterday, it's just crazy to me now from where I sit and having overcome that fear and taking a leap myself. It's hard for me to believe that people spend their whole life without taking that jump, without really experiencing what they dream about doing. And, you know, I see people that live very comfortable lives, very happy lives, by the definition of playing not to lose. But those people also sometimes share with me, you know, what they really, if I could go back, I would this. And I would just tell you guys that if you ever have that feeling like, if I could go back, I would do X. If you have that feeling, you should do it. Good morning, Linda. If you have that feeling of what you should do, or what you would have done when you were X years old, if you had it to do over again, do it now. Figure out a plan and start moving in that direction, because playing not to lose, guys, is never going to lead you to a life of fulfillment. And that's what it's all about. It's not about a life of success. It's not even really about money. Good morning, babe. It takes a lot. It takes being very brave to take that leap. But once you take it, you will never feel more fulfilled than when you are writing your own story and somebody else isn't writing it for you. And by the way, guys, that doesn't mean you have to be a business owner. You have to be an entrepreneur. Doesn't mean any of that. It means you have to follow your own path. Whatever you thought about doing, that's what you have to do. Because if you don't take that leap, if you just spend your whole life playing not to lose, playing to be comfortable, then at the end of your life, you're going to feel like so many other people that you see out there feel when they are on their deathbed, when they're taking their last breath. The feedback that they give to the people around them is really mostly surrounded around what they wish they had done. And so it's not about the things that you tried to do and failed, the things that you tried to do that didn't work out the way you wanted to. You know, I thought about that when I was taking my path to going into my own business and walking away from years and years of working for people and, you know, growing their businesses for them. I thought, man, what if this doesn't work out? And truly the feeling that I got in my heart was like, at least I will check the box to say that I tried. I'm going to go all in, and I don't believe for a second that I'm going to fail. But if that happens, I will be able to look back and say, I tried, and I'm proud of myself for trying. Because most people never try. They just never try. And so if you don't play in your life to win every single day, to make that progress forward that allows you to live in the dream that you want, you can't live in somebody else's dream. And by the way, even if you decide that your path is to work for someone, do not work for someone that doesn't match your values. Don't work for a company that you don't believe in. Don't work for a boss that doesn't believe what you believe, because you will not be fulfilled and you will not be happy. And by the way, that is also playing not to lose, right? You're in a position, you're in a spot in a company, and it's comfortable. You're making this amount of money, and that's good enough for your family, and so that's where you're going to stay because that's how you pay your bills. I'm here to tell you guys, you're going to look back in years and you're going to have a ton of regrets. So don't do that. If you're in a place that you don't enjoy going to every day, you're in a place where you don't enjoy the people that you work with, you need to just look outside those walls and figure out, I'm not telling you to go, walk out of your job today. I'm telling you, figure out a plan. Figure out a plan that allows you to live a life that you truly feel fulfilled. It's not about money, guys. Money comes from happiness, fulfillment, success. All of those things, those create higher levels of income, higher levels of fulfillment, lead to more success, more happiness, more income, better people in your life. If you don't do those things, you're going to find all the right things, all the wrong things. I've seen it happen. I've seen people stay in jobs for 10, 20 years that they didn't enjoy. And being where I'm at right now, working with the people I get to work with on my teams, working with the people that are in my circle, like I'm telling you guys from experience, I lived that life. And I'm telling you, like, back in the day, like, I was comfortable. I made really good money. I was successful in sales. I was successful at leadership. I made what most people would consider a really high amount of money by a lot of people's standards. But it was never enough. I was never fully fulfilled. I was 90% fulfilled. And for a long time, 90% was good enough. Until I started to believe and think, man, maybe there's more. Maybe there's more to what I can give to the world if I have complete control of what I'm doing. And so I had two options. I could go work for someone who I thought would give me that kind of flexibility and control, or I could embark on that journey myself and try to build a company that could truly give back to its employees, truly build a place where what I just described was possible, where people could be themselves and create their own path to do whatever they wanted. I got a guy on my team that's really into marketing, right? He doesn't do anything inside of our company right now with marketing. But last off season, we put him through a marketing course. Why? Because he's super passionate about it. And he's helping us with marketing. He does some stuff here and there, but like that's not his daily responsibilities. But we are building a team of people that play by their strengths, that we focus on their talents. We are playing to win inside of our organization. If that was most other companies, those people would tell him, well, we don't want you to do that right now. We want you to focus on this job that you're doing right here. And they would do that because they'd be afraid that if they taught him marketing, that maybe he would leave there and find a job somewhere else in a marketing position. And the reality is, maybe, I don't think it will. I'm pretty confident that it won't, but maybe that happens to us. But you know what happens? We did the right thing no matter what. And if you do the right thing long enough, over and over and over and over again, the right results will find you. And so you just have to keep doing the right thing every single day. Keep playing to win. Keep doing those right things. Stop playing not to lose. When you play not to lose, you put yourself in a predicament that you can't even begin to imagine. And we do it to ourselves every single day, every day. I see people around me so afraid to do whatever. The worst thing that's going to happen if you choose to do something that you fail at, the worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to learn a very valuable lesson and you become more valuable in that instant. I had an employee years ago that made a mistake on somebody's account and it cost us like $8,000, right? And the employee says to me, am I going to get fired for this? And I said, absolutely not, man. We just paid $8,000 to train you. And so mistakes are part of the process, guys. Playing not to lose doesn't allow you to learn. It allows you to stay right in that place where you are. Right in that place. And if you are not making progress, there is no just balance. You stay exactly in the same place. You are moving in one direction or another all the time. You're either pushing forward or you're getting pushed back. And so I would encourage you guys to think about what you're doing in your life. Are you allowing yourself to settle? Are you in the right place? Are you with the right people? And if you're not, create a plan. I'm not telling you to go quit your job today. I'm not telling you, to just make quick decisions on something that's really important. But I'm telling you, think about it. Think about how often you stay in situations, how often you avoid discomfort, how often you don't want to see that adversity that could potentially come from you making certain decisions. And if you do that to yourself, you're not going to grow. If you're not seeking that higher gear, putting yourself in situations that make you uncomfortable, you're going to have a really hard time, guys, getting where you want to go in life. And so when you look back and you say, man, over the last year, over the last 5 years, I didn't get where I wanted to be. The reality is that you didn't get where you wanted to be because you weren't willing to face the discomfort that comes along with putting yourself in those situations. So I will leave you with that this morning, guys. I got to hop on the road here to northern Michigan, but I appreciate you guys tuning in with me every single morning. I will be back with you. I'm not even sure where I'll be tomorrow morning. I got to head over to New York after this, but I will be coming to you somewhere mobile, not from my office where I normally am. But I will see you guys tomorrow morning at 7:30. Please share this out if you think there's somebody that needs to hear it. Please keep leaving reviews on iTunes if you could. I appreciate you guys. We're getting a ton of downloads. We're getting a handful. I think we're up to 12 or 13 reviews. So please go over there. It's super simple. You log into iTunes, listen to it, click the 5-star button, hit submit. You're good to go. But please keep leaving those reviews. Write something if you got the time to do it. Those help us get more exposure to other people. What we're trying to do here, guys, is make people start their day off on the right foot, off thinking the right things, get their day started in a positive direction versus what most people do. So, and I think that if we could do that every single morning, we will change a lot of lives, make a lot of people's lives happier, more fulfilled, and that's our mission. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.